Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? My name is KyleXY, and we are back with more Minecraft Mod. It's going to be episode 3. This is the Friday episode, and today we are actually at a different place than where we were last time. Last time we were in a tower like this, but a little bit at the bottom right of this map, farther off though, about 300 something meters that way. And I saw, pants. I saw after doing a little bit more exploring that there was this tower over here actually next to a forest. So I thought this would be a better base, but then I decided that it is not going to be a good enough base. If we want to make this tower a base, I want to find the actual size one, like the normal sized one of these towers. And so that is what we're going to do today, is we're going to do non-cut exploring. And I'm going to try to make it as entertaining as possible. And hopefully we'll see how that goes. I don't know how well that will go yet, but I guess we're going to find out while we do some more exploration in this world to find the perfect base. So I wanted to first start off by, oh god, no, not taint. Oh god, taint. Oh, ew. Sorry, my goodness, for that horrible pause. Not only was I in shock of this disgusting taint, but my acid was destroying my lungs. So, or chest, or whatever destroys that burns. But as I was saying, I want to explain more in depth, I guess you would say, why. Oh god, Christ. Freaking almost walked right into that. That would not be good. Ooh, there's a Mitchimite down there. I don't know how to pronounce that exactly. But I want to explain more in depth and in detail why I went on a little hiatus or break of recording YouTube videos, because I feel like you guys owe a little bit better, more of an explanation than I got busy. So as I'd mentioned, I assume in some video whenever I made it, I don't even know which video, I was a senior in high school. And as most of you know how a school year goes, it was getting very, very close to the end of the school year. And, oh, sweet Jesus. I need a sapling from this tree. Please give me a sapling. Oh my god. Well, we're set for food. We found apple saplings. Our life. Oh, we're in an orchard. Oh my god. I think this is where I want to make our houses. I don't know. There's a village. I think I've been there. I'm so torn. I'm just going to get more saplings. We're going to stay here for a minute. What is this? Is this a tree? There's a tree. Okay. So as I was saying, as most of you know how school years goes, it was getting very close to the end. Now, for me, this is going to be a little bit of a life explanation as well of just high school in general for me and how things went. I did not do as well as I should have when it came to high school. I messed around a lot, and I didn't even do anything bad. Like, when you think of kids with bad grades in high school and whatnot, you think of the stoners that all they do is do drugs and party and all this stuff and whatnot. I didn't do any of that. I just played video games and sat at home. I did the normal internet life. I was just extremely lazy and didn't really see the point of having to do all this meaningless work, because I still don't understand the point of having to do all this meaningless work. It's still a lot of not teaching, but more of memorize this and you will do good on this test, or memorize this useless information and you'll do good on this test. it just seems really pointless. High school. College is different. College, you can pick classes that have to deal with what you want to do in life and what your career wants to do and stuff like that. I mean, the last 2 years, even the first 2 years of college are just as pointless as high school because it's just harder high school classes. You just have to do more math, reading, all this stuff that for some reason, even if it has nothing to do with what you want to do with your life and your career, you have to do it anyways, which I will never understand, but that's just kind of how oh god, this pig's eyes scared me. Like I was saying, which I will never really understand, but that's just how the school system works here, and that's how it has always worked, and that's how it's always going to work. But my way of retaliating for that was to not do my work at all, which is not a good way to retaliate at all. You need to, as much as high school sucks. What in the world? That looks like a staircase. That's weird. You need to do your work. You don't need to do great. I'm sorry. If you're smart enough and you want to dedicate the time to become valedictorian of your class and do just work nonstop, then you go right ahead. But just do well. Do decent. If you just do your best. And if your best is valedictorian, then congratulations. If your best is C average, then just as much congratulations as the valedictorian, because it doesn't matter. But as I was saying, so I didn't do much. Freshman, sophomore year, I think I made a giant circle. I did. Because there's the water. Whatever. We're going in a completely different way. Because that way ended eventually anyways. So we're going this way now. Freshman, sophomore year, I didn't do any work. And I'm fairly smart. I'm not the smartest kid at all. But I know my stuff. I'd always been a year ahead in math, which I know a lot of you are probably like, oh yeah, I've been 2 years ahead in math and English and AP classes, and that's great for you, but even though I could easily do those classes, it didn't seem necessary for me. But like I was saying, I was always a year ahead in math, all this other stuff. I was smart. I just didn't want to have to do all the work. I didn't even want to have to do the work in normal classes. So the way things went is, going into high school, I had always gotten straight A's, good grades, and my parents were like, oh yeah, well you can do AP classes, which is advanced placement, or you can do dual enrollment classes, which AP and dual enrollment are both college classes, and you get college credits for it as long as you pass. So that's what that is, but it's extremely, it's much more difficult than normal, even honors classes. But they're always like, yeah, you can do all this and this. I'm like, all right, yeah, sweet. And I go into freshman year and I pick my classes, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to stick to honors for now. Just take a little bit of a break, and then I'll get into AP. And I go into honors, and it was hard because I didn't want to do all the work, and I wasn't used to doing work because middle school, elementary school wasn't me doing work because it was easy. I wasn't used to studying. I wasn't used to doing work. And I know that sounds extremely stupid and silly, but it's true. I wasn't used to having to do that stuff, so I didn't want to. So I didn't. So freshman, sophomore year, screwed around a lot, got bad grades. Junior year, I picked it up a little bit, still didn't get great grades. Senior year, I was doing great. I had all my classes. My classes were super easy. I had a science class I was taking online for online school, because I don't know about other states, but here in Florida we have online school, and as well as normal, high school. And I was taking it online because I need one more science credit to graduate, and I hate science more than any other subject that there is or ever will be in school. I hate science so much, and I didn't want to take one in class, so I didn't. So everything was good to go. And then, next thing you know, I get kicked out of my science class online because they said I wasn't doing enough work, which we were like 2 weeks into the school year. So it was a pretty fast get out of my class, kick out. But they're like, oh, don't worry, you can sign back up soon, like whenever you want. So I'm like, okay, I'll sign back up, in a week or two. A few weeks go by, I just hadn't signed back up yet. Online school, super easy. I could easily finish it by the end of the year. And my guidance counselor flips out, and she's like, hey, you're not going to graduate because you don't have this credit done. Which I understand that she needs to be, like, bleh about it. Because she needs me to graduate. She wants me to graduate. So she's like, maybe you should take a science in school. And I'm like, oh, I'll think about it. But in my head, I was like, God, no, I'm taking a science online. So she's like, okay, we'll give it a few days to think and then let me know. The next day, I get a schedule change that I am now in a science class online, or in school. I didn't even get to think about it. She didn't even give me a choice. She threw me in there so fast. So I was like, okay, it was anatomy and physiology. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'll give it a try. So I get in there, and I was in there about a week, I would say, before the first quarter ended for school is when they put me in there. And they decided that it would be perfectly fair and fine to give me a 0 grade for every assignment the class had done for the entire first quarter. Even though I wasn't there and I didn't have the assignments, they gave me a 0 for them. So this brought my grade in that class to like a 33F or something like that. I don't even know. And oh, I hear noise outside my room. Sorry about that. That brought my grade to like a 33F or something like that. And they said I can either go back and do all the work from that quarter, along with all the work from that I'm doing now in that class, plus any other class, and they will give me a grade for it, or I can take a 59F and for the first quarter, and that's it. And even though I thought it was complete malarkey that I would have to take an F, I didn't have the time or patience or brain power to be able to do all that work. So I took the 59F, and even though I had all A's and B's for every other class in the first quarter, and I had like a weighted 3.6 GPA, which I understand some of you might not understand exactly what that means. I don't really want to have to explain it because even I don't fully know what that means, but it's good. A weighted 3.6 is pretty decent. That grade brought me to like a 2.9, which is not great. It doesn't look impressive. So they ruined my entire year. So that was senior year for me. And I was pushing it to the end because once that happened, I kind of gave up on doing good. Kind of gave up on doing good in school. Ow. God. Really? Seriously? Can we not? Unbelievable. So that was my senior year, and I was getting really close to the end, and I was failing a class, and I wasn't going to graduate if I didn't pass that class, so I had to make sure I passed that class. So that was reason one of why I had to stop doing everything what I was doing and make sure I passed that class so I could graduate high school. And I did. I graduated high school on May 31st or something like that. I see a house. That might be one of them on the top of this hill. Let's go on the top of a freaking mountain, of course. Why wouldn't it be on a mountain? But I did graduate high school on May 31st, and I did it. So I'm no longer a senior. So this is going to be a long episode, too. So that was reason one of why I stopped recording. Two was because I had work. And I had work even, all through the school year. Work wasn't really ever an issue. It was just work combined with dramatic ending of school plus another thing just got a little bit too much. So, and I didn't want to quit my job until summer started. Oh my god, there's 2 of them. Sweet god. Yes. They look the same too. We got loot for days. My goodness. So work was another thing, but work wasn't a huge one. I no longer work there. I quit my job last day of school for me because I worked that job all last summer. It was Monday through Friday, and I didn't do anything last summer. And living in... Oh, I think this is it too. This is a good one. Sweet, thank God. Living in Tampa, near Tampa, Florida, we have 2 amusement parks, like, right next to where I live, like 20 minutes from where I live. And, I usually buy a year pass to it because it's cheap and it's a fun amusement park, and I didn't get to do that at all last year because of work, and so I just wanted to take the summer off and not have to work my butt off and stuff like that. So once the summer is over, I will definitely be getting back to oh god, Christ, why would it do that? Why would it do that? No. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. So I will definitely get back to working and whatnot once summer is over and I get my college schedule and I know what days and whatnot my classes are. But and then, so I no longer work there. We're good to go on work. We're good to go on school. The third thing that got me a little distracted was I started dating someone. And you probably know, oh guys, it's normal cobblestone. It is. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is fantastic. Look at this. This is going to be our new home. This tower right here. But started dating someone. You probably know who that is since I've done some videos with her. It is Ashley, QT Gaming, or Ashley. If you guys know who JCap Gaming is, he's a friend of mine. He is a fellow admin on Jevenation and a fairly big YouTuber. He has over 10,000 subscribers. He's doing very well for himself. He was streaming one night, and I decided to go join his stream. And I'm like, just to see how everything was going. Is that a normal chest? What in the world? Okay. Just wanted to join to see how everything was going. So I joined his stream and I'm watching, and he's talking to a girl, and I've never heard of her before. Who the heck is she? But so I started talking to her a little bit, and Josh or her said something about her living in Florida. So me being a creep, I'm like, oh yeah, I live in Florida too. Where do you live in Florida? And she's like, near Tampa. And I live near Tampa as well. And instead of just saying, oh yeah, me too, I'm like, oh well, she probably knows the city or town of where I live since she lives that close. So I ask, I'm like, do you know where I live here, blank? I don't want to exactly say where I live. Do you know where that is? And she's like, yeah, so do I. So it got a little weird, and I messaged her, and I was talking to her, and after a lot of her making sure I wasn't a creep and someone stalking her, we found out that we go to the exact same school, which was absolutely insane, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. Absolutely crazy that her and I go to the same school. So we met up there and started talking, and it was probably, I don't know, 2 months after I met Ashley at school, we started dating. So we started dating April, I believe, April 5th. So it's been 2 months. And I feel like all of you would be perfectly, understanding of how that might push me away from doing anything else. Oh, for Christ's sakes! Oh God! Run for your life. But I did start dating Ashley, and we are still dating. And yeah, so I got basically bombarded by 3 different things. So it was a lot to handle, and YouTube, even though I love doing YouTube, obviously, and I'm back to doing it, I wasn't giving up. YouTube just had to kind of take the seat for just a little bit, but we are good to go, and we are back, and we are ready to. What kind of spawners in here? Because I think there's a spawner in here. Oh, clay golem spawner. Thank God we're not living in this one. Alright. Sword. Let's loot this puppy. Arrows. Arrows. Night vision when used. Nifty. Oop. Let's break that. Alright, we're good. Sword. Sword. Purple drank. Sweet. And we got some other stuff that's pretty nifty. God dang it. Let me get out of the stupid GUI. Is there anything? Oop. Is there anything over here? Nope, not at all. Let's break that. And let's go in here. Ooh, a chest plate. Sweet. See, we got that flask of weakness that does nothing. We got some food, and we got knockback resistance when equipped, restores health after taking lethal damage. Can't exactly remember what I have on, but I think it's better. Yeah, I like this one better. Alright, well, we looted this place pretty fast. Let's get the heck out of here. Let's try to get back to the base without dying. And then we're going to end it. So that was my... Oh, Christ! Oh, sweet, merciful God! We're good. Just a clay golem. Don't worry. Don't freak out. But that was my little, explanation, or very long explanation of why I had to... But I feel like I took the longest route in the history of long routes to get from that tower to ours. But whatever. So yeah, that's my explanation of why I had to stop doing YouTubes. But I hope it was okay with you guys. I'm glad to be back. And yeah, let's throw all that crap in there. Good enough. That seems good enough indeed. Alright, so we're going to end it there. Do I have a bed somewhere? Bed. Let's put a bed down. Come on, there we go. Let's sleep. And let's go open a lucky block real quick because it is Friday and we are going to open one. Let's just remove the door now until I make a freaking normal one. And so let's get a... Oh, I can't get a lucky block, can I? I can't spawn one in. I don't have cheats on. How do I make a dropper? Redstone. Huh. I don't think I have any redstone either. Well, okay. Unfortunately, we cannot make a lucky block since I don't have any redstone. But I owe you one. And once we go mining, which we'll be doing very soon, we will get some redstone. And we will open all 10 lucky blocks. So, thank you guys very much for watching this probably very long episode of Minecraft Modded. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, oh dear Christ. If you did, be sure to leave a like. It'd really mean a lot. Show your support for the video. Leave a comment about anything, honestly. Just talk to me. I'll reply back, I promise. So like I said, thank you guys very much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.